Now recently I made this fly cutter which is working quite well, and I use this particular tool which I've sort of, I got species and things like that off somebody else, so that's not a problem. But it's got a very small tip cutter on it, and the top edge, and I'll see if I can do this without screwing it up too much. That is your cutting surface this side, which just goes clockwise. Well, that top end, the rake on it, is very pointy. Now, it suggested to me that to stop anything as far as the once it's, like there's an edge after you cut it off and stuff like this on the back of it. Now, what I've done is I've got a tool here, a tool holder, and as you can see, it's got a very high rake, if you want to call that, on the top, and so you won't get such a build-up on the back end of it. Now, what I've done is, I don't know if you can see that, because my tool is 12 by 12 deep. This one here is a 16 by 16, which is 5/8. So what I have to do, as you can see that line there, I have to take the top edge off that, which will make it 12mm wide. And then if you see there, I don't know, yeah, there it is, that line underneath the SCL number, all of that has to come off too, so that'll give it a 12 by 12 unit, which will fit back same as in there. I can turn around and redo the groove in here, but I think that's just a waste of time. It's easy just to turn around, just to try it out, is to use this particular cutter. Anyway, we'll load it up and we'll go from there. Alright, now we've taken that down, what we're going to do is, I'll take it out, clean up all the edges, then I'll do the other side to make it square. Well, that's trimmed in, so that should be okay. We'll just cut it back to 4mm, whatever it is, and we'll carry on from there. Now, considering that I've cut the right sides off, it'll be okay, but we're going to find out, aren't we? It's fraction warm. I'll pick it up and show you in a minute. Alright, this is the actual tool, as you can see it. The fly cutter, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. Now this is the insert that I had. That's got the very, very fine pointy end on it. Now this was a 16 by 16, which is now 12 by 12, and that's got a bigger end on it, as you can see. I'll just bring this up. As you can see, the two different profiles, two different units. Now what goes on, that sits like so. Hey, it actually fits. It's amazing. Yes, well, as you can see, it is sitting quite well. We just leave it at that, thereabouts, something like that. We can just nip it up. Always double check these, because if it lets go, you're definitely going to know about it. There we are. Now what we'll do is we're going to put it into the mill with a piece of plate, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, as you can see, we've got the tool in, and yeah, we'll just try it out. Remembering this is only a little manual mill, it's just not automatic, so I don't know what sort of finish we'll get at this stage. Now that's a fairly good finish in there. I mean, you can tell the time in that if you wanted to. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take about a half a mil to a mil cut, and we'll see how it goes, see if there's any build up on it. That's taking about a mil off, and that's got a really nice finish. Alright, so as you saw, it's throwing out quite a nice chip there. Yeah, so that's not a bad finish. If I went really slow like I'd be doing normally, that'd be like glass. Yeah, just that, like I said, it's only manually done. That's a good mill cut in there. And yeah, just show you, these are some of the chips that have come out of it, which is quite good. Anyway, because that's a better profile, I call the vertical the profile. Anyway, when you go to look from that one, which has got a very fast swept back piece, to the very vertical, this one will actually break chips or the shoulder a lot better. Now, after talking to my friend Max, that's Max Grant over the Swan Valley machine shop, who suggests I use a higher profile carbide, which I have. And he said, well, that should break the chips better instead of it sort of building up a wall when you're trying to get a bigger cut. So anyway, as you can see, the fly cutter does a very good job, and there's a lot of chips there, as you can see. So yeah, thanks Max, so it worked out really well. Oh, thanks for watching this little build. We'll catch you on the next one.